Hello and welcome back to another episode from my Syracuse campaign. Right now, we're ready to move on to Iberia. As we can see, there's a lot of blocks of power, or there's power blocks now in Iberia. Major factions at play. And I need to think about how I'm going to approach that whole situation, that whole area. Now, before I even go towards Iberia, I need to naturally go after what is left of the guy Tully. Now, in some battles, I'm going to play in a very sloppy manner, such as over in Tingis, where I lost a few more men than I normally would have. Well, that's because the battle took me a long time, and again, whenever you have a mod that will change up how the morale is and how long a battle will take, sometimes you're going to want to rush right through it. I lost so few men despite rushing and not playing as well as I normally do. My army is just fine. We have 20 out of 20 units here, so we're just fine. We're going to be okay. Now, whenever you see that, don't be too worried about it. I'm just doing it because uploading a video at 1080p is pretty large. That file size that I have to upload is very large, and so at times I'm like, okay, I need to probably get through this battle. A 40-minute part is about maybe around 2 gigabytes in a file size, and then I have to upload that. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on from there. SurrealBeliefs is over here. What will I do for you? As usual, I build these consecrated grounds because I want them to be happy. I want them to go ahead and convert to a happier state. That way, we can go ahead and have them change from that culture quickly. Now, in this area, it looks like they're... Let's see. If I keep on looking. Yeah, they're pretty close to being a majority of my culture, or they're already at that point now. Let's check one more time. More so than in other provinces. Oh, hello. I have farms to build here. Good. I need that food. Well, then I wouldn't need these, actually. Let me go ahead and get rid of these real quick. I don't need that. I'll go ahead and take up a homestead, then a quarry. I'll convert that into a fishing port. I'll convert this into a polis. Fishmonger, no, I'll keep you where you're at. That's a komai. Not for the moment, maybe later. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I don't really need to do too much over here, but I'll let those temples go ahead and grow on. These I do not need. I'll turn that into another agora for food. Or actually, outskirts for now. Yeah. Surprisingly, they're mostly my culture. I did not expect that at all. The gods of war are going to move down to Rudibus. And we're going to conquer that location soon. I'm going to let Thias go to move down too. Okay. We're not really fighting much there. We only have this army over here to worry about. And I'm not worried. So, never mind. We don't have anything to worry about. Now, we'll go after this little force and destroy them completely. If I can reach them. Good, I can. Now they're dead. Now they're gone. One less army to worry about. Good. Kill them off. Now I believe patch 12 is also out, so I'm wondering if that will actually change things up. I'm not sure if there's anything changed from the beta patch. I'm assuming there is. I just don't know what yet. I mean, I know there's a patch log, but as far as what changes from the beta, I don't know. Alright, the league is still chilling out around my lands, and that's really unnerving. Ugh. I could make a temporary force for now to go to make people happy down here. Okay. Well, I suppose I could let you do that for now. Yeah, go ahead. Which one's cheaper? You are. I'll keep you. You can go inside. Thank you. A very cheap way to keep things happy there. And to convert the culture a little bit more. Okay, now my research is doing quite well. I want to go ahead, and apparently this will provide a new building. Or not a new building, but a new siege engine. And someone in the comments was like, hey, could you show more siege battle stuff? And I'm like, sure, okay. And so I want to go ahead and pick that up. And he mentioned that name, the Helipolis, and so I'm like, okay, that must actually be a siege engine and not just a bonus. So I'm hoping that is the case. It may not be, but we'll find out. Okay. A client state, huh? I could do that. But no, there's really no point into doing that. I mean, they... Wait, oh, wow. Carthage was kicked out. Well, cool. Sorry, man. I can't do that. It's just that they provide no direct benefit to me. They're not in a buffer state. They're not in an area where they can provide a buffer between myself and another power. So, no. And then, of course, I run a chance of them betraying me, and that is much more dangerous. Well, not dangerous, but annoying. Than having to spend my time trying to take them out now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you that, lady. And keep on doing your job. Trait gain, good. Let's go to move down here. Check out Rhodobus. I'm gonna go ahead and poison their garrison. Done. Alright, I'm turning it into a farm. Let's go and look at my provinces real quick. There's Numidia. They're happy enough. If I upgrade you, we'll lose some food. Okay, that's a lot more money. Which one will give me the most money? I suppose you would. Yeah, purple dye. Cool. Then over here, what now? -4 food. I like that food. It's not in the same area. I could go to, let's see, add some money. Over here, it should be more money, yeah. I'll take that. Done. Let's see, Mauritania. I have a lot of forces here, and they're converting quickly. Africa. They're not very happy, so no, I don't want to upgrade anything. I already have a tier 4 academia. Sicilia. Your culture is actually not too bad considering that there's 2 Roman towns in this province. Now let's go look over here. Wow, they actually really don't hate me that much. But there's no point in having a peace treaty. They're done for. They have no land. The Edavaci, very powerful. The Turdetani. There's the Lusitani, who now have more power than before. I did not expect that. Hey guys, look, I was just kidding. Okay, they do want a war. Crap. Alright. Well, if I fight them, maybe the Edavaci will like me. Who are you fighting? Veneti. Oh, that's Massilia. They're spread out all over. Yeah, here's a Veneti over here. I want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to have quite a trial in trying to defeat Rome. I'll probably go straight to Italia. I'll need my navies to protect Africa and everywhere else, but I might just go straight into Italia. The leagues are going to be very tough because they have armies just all over. I'll need to get rid of my treaties with them. That way they wouldn't be able to encroach in my lands or actually go into my lands directly. That would be a problem. Let's see now. Africa. You're doing fine. Over here I want a stone quarry. And over here I want a amphora maker. Yeah. I believe we're doing fine. Yeah. I could go ahead and build this up. -4 food for a great bonus in public order. Good. We'll do that. Is that a commander? I believe it is. Let's go ahead and try to have him destroyed or wounded so that he's unable to help them out. As we well know, the general's bodyguard is usually pretty tough. You're not worth my time to fight, but you could kill my elephants and that's a problem. Alright, well, you might kill my elephants and I did just upgrade them, so no, I can't auto-resolve. Let's go fight them. Alright, let's go ahead and deploy now. Yeah, it always takes a moment to go ahead and load into the actual maps, and sometimes it just hangs up for a bit, so I always like to skip those to save time. I mean, what's the point of having a 40-minute video if 10 minutes is spent on a loading screen? It's like, oh yeah, longer video, but then when you look at it, it's like, hey, hold on. So even though at times I might show a shorter clip just because I might not have time for a longer one, usually mine are in fact longer because of the lack of loading screens, which do in fact take up a great deal of time. Alright, let's go ahead and put these people around here. It's a very weird force. I don't know if I really feel great about it. I mean, maybe. It's just weird. It has a lot of diversity. Okay. Let's see, levies are over here. They're over here. Let's go ahead and begin. Oh, I should have had my ballista near a coast, but that's okay. I couldn't have known where they were going to be directly. I like the colors, though. Very bright and shiny. Alright, let's go ahead and move in now. Hoplite wall. Let's go up. You know, I saw a critique of Rome 2 that I thought was very sound and very true. Is that right now it's a game of how fast they are able to react. It's not really a game of, I think, deep thought. It's more of a game of how quickly can I react. And that to me is not always that much fun, because I've seen some people play so fast where, like, the way I'm playing right now is like a old man. Alright, it's very slow paced. I'm very slow paced. I like to take my time. I like to enjoy my battles. It's just how I play. And I feel as though you should be punished for that. Not in a game where you shouldn't just have to click really fast and go all over the map like crazy to win. I mean, I'm playing on very hard. I could play on legendary. It's just that I often have to stop due to external sounds that might pop up. Which I do. Or at times I just need to go get a drink or go eat, and I can't always do that. Or I just have bugs. I mean, I use mods. So because of mods, I I save a lot in any campaign of any game that I do. I save at every chance that I can get, just because crashes can happen, errors can happen. I've had where I've won a battle. You'll see no one on the battlefield, yet it'll say, "You've lost," and it's just like, are you kidding me? Oh, that's crazy, but things like that do pop up, so I just like to save a lot because of it. But yeah, so this person was like, you spend more time having to micromanage very minor things that you probably shouldn't have to, such as if you don't have your pikemen in a certain way or your hoplite wall in a certain way, they'll get overrun or they'll fall out of formation. And I do agree, it's very fickle. And because there's no collision, the battle animations are a little bit funky because, well, people clip into each other, and the charges really don't feel like they have a lot of weight to them, at least in my view. And I don't mean like whoever's in horseback. I mean whenever you charge with a mass of men. I mean, that should have some serious weight. Whenever you have 150, 160 men charge again, that should have some serious weight. That should have some repercussions whenever you go in. That's just my view on it. And I think it's a good thing to be able to critique things, to be able to be open and honest, because there's a lot of fandoms that I engage in where I don't really like to discuss them because of the fact that people get very emotional or very angry. And to me, it's very important to be honest, to be able to say like, hey, I don't like this, but this is good. And here, in my case, I'm able to say about Rome 2 what I like and what I don't like. And I find that to be a very honest thing. Now, the developers or the PR guys who we often see like on their YouTube channel and stuff, they may not like that. They may not like seeing that. They're like, no, we just want a guy who's just going to say good things. But it's like, come on, let's just be honest and say like, hey, we know where we messed up. Next time we'll do better. We'll try our best to fix things now, but we'll do better next time. And I don't really see myself as being someone who needs to just be like, yeah, they can only make good choices. I'm like, no, they messed up and I should point out where, and then we'll go ahead and move on from there. And I need to charge in now because they are just destroying me with all their damn javelins. Alright, let's go in now. They are really just doing a number on my men. Let's go ahead and get my men locked up, have them charge in too. I'm gonna go ahead and have my elephants move in over here. Alright, this is where I usually speed up whenever it gets a bit crazy. Now, in this case, they have a lot more javelin men than I really looked at. Had I looked at their formation, I would have known, but I also got caught up in talking. A lot of talking. That's usually what kills me. But yeah, so, I mean, I think it's good to be honest about things and to be like, hey, I'm not pleased where things are at. I mean, right now, no matter how much they patch the game, it's not going to fix what I think is wrong with the game. It's inherent game design choices that were not wise. I mean, they really... Oh, wow. Look at them destroy my hoplites. That's incredible. That really is. Alright, I've got to get in here now and try to save my poor men. That's pretty hilarious. I mean, we can look at how the Radius mod has provided the only challenge for me in a very long time. Because if you've seen my Carthage campaign, you saw me total almost every single faction easily without much loss. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Now, I will say that I don't think more is better. And I personally think that I wish that a lot of fans for Total War would have their mindset on smaller things. And what I mean by that is if you look at the quality of these smaller campaigns, the unit variety is huge. They're able to add in more features. And I feel like if it was a smaller scope, where they would add in parts over time, then we would see a better game. That's just my view on it too. I mean, we don't know how much was actually cut out of the actual game or whatever because of choices up top. And so to me, it would be a better choice to go ahead and like focus on a smaller campaign. And in this case, you have the Hannibal at the gates. And I think it's a very good campaign. Like, I'm having fun. It's not so drawn out. The grand campaigns are so drawn out. I mean, who here really enjoys... I mean, some people do, but in my case, I don't enjoy cleaning up my foes where I have to conquer half of the map where it's obvious that I've already won. So, in my mind, to counter that, you would need to add more depth to the strategy part, to the actual campaign map, because at that point, you're not going to lose, so you need to add more elements to engage the player. Now, a lot of people say that you shouldn't expect anything beyond an arcade experience in Total War and that they don't want their battles to last too long. Well, I think there should maybe be an option to do that, like in Rome 1, where you could click on arcade battles or not, and I think that would be the middle ground there. And it's like, yeah, that may take time, but if you think about it, look at free mod makers who go ahead and they do that. they make that non-arcade battle scenario for people. And I think that's very important. I need to heat up my coffee. It's really cold and I'm getting all tongue-tied. I don't know how some people can just like talk for 1 hour or 2 hours or just the whole day and still be fine. Me, if I talk too much, I've got to drink something or I begin to get tongue-tied like crazy. Alright, let's go out. No, I don't want to do that. I mean, I could go do that. You know what? Let's just go kill them now. I'm in a mood to. I've conquered all of this portion of Africa. That feels good. Let's go kill these people. There we go. But I suppose some people might have a more moist mouth. Which is weird to say. I drink a lot of water, so... Well, actually, lately I haven't been, and it's weird because I'm sure some people who have watched my older stuff, they know that I'll be like, drink your water, people! I've always been like that. There's some topics that I get really passionate about, and when it comes to the health of people, I get a little bit passionate about that. I want to see people live healthy lives. I don't like to see people suffer and such, and so it's like, you know what? I'm gonna talk a little bit about things like that. It reminds me of a friend who told me like, hey Matt, I never sweat. Like I can be out in the sun the whole day and I'll never sweat. And I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. You're probably dehydrated. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, man, you're probably dehydrated. I mean, your body will perspire if you're doing labor or if you're in the heat. Your body has got to cool down, and if it's not, that's a problem. It means that you're dehydrated. And so he began to drink water, and now, not to be grotesque, but now he sweats completely too much. And he was in fact dehydrated, and I don't know if he still does this, but he did this for as long as I knew him from that point on. I mean, he's moved out of state since then. And are they all really trying to get out of here? Oh, good. They're only going to the corner of the map. I was about to be mad about that. I was like, are you kidding me? All right, let's go to move up then. Now, I like this army here because it's a lot easier to keep up with. If the micromanagement of individual units was easier, where you wouldn't have to babysit them the whole time, then the battles would be a lot more enjoyable for me. But because it's not, I like to keep armies like this where it's a lot more simple. But anyway, he would drink a gallon of water every single day, and I mean, that's a big jug there, like every day. Like he would wake up and just begin to chug that down, and yeah, just minor things like that can help people out a lot. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm just talking about a variety of topics today. Sometimes I like to, sometimes I don't. It all depends. I do like to talk about being, I guess, not so caught up in the idea of being completely public relations perfect in terms of being, like, let's say, a online commentator. I find it to be dishonest, and it may work, and it may sell, and it may be what people are looking for, but I've never been like that. Like, if there's a point where someone comes up to me, and they're like, hey, what's up? I'm going to talk to them like a normal human being. Like, there's at no point where I'm like, oh, I have obtained greatness. It's like, no, I'm just a guy. Whatever. I don't care. And that's kind of how I talk to people. Like, if I disagree, I'll let them know why. I'm not going to call them names. I don't do that. I don't get mad. I just like to talk to people. And I think that catches some people off. They're like, oh, no, he's posted a long rant. He must be mad. It's like, no, I'm not mad. It's just I'm talking, and I'm a pretty wordy guy. I talk a lot, and I type a lot. I type more than I talk, so I can tell you something there. All right. And I think it's very important in my view, and I know that it may not win me the most favor, but for me, it's just how I am, and I can't really change that. I mean, I'm always going to treat people well. It's just that I will discuss things with people and let them know why I think they might be wrong about a certain thing, and I might be wrong, who knows, or we'll just debate it. We might have two different points of view. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a very human thing to have different points of view. And I like how this battle turned out so far. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's go back over here. I meant to actually fast forward it for a moment, but no, I think I'll let it play out. Yeah, they're beginning to waver already. I like how that all played out. That was just kind of cool looking. Now I can get my horsemen in here. It's like they know there's a giant line to keep them from running or something. Very strange. Let's go over here and try to save my elephants. Yep. They're done for now. Woo! Kill them, boys. Well, that worked out nicely. We've caught them. Now we just gotta keep on pushing into them to destroy the last few who are remaining. Yeah, go ahead and charge in if you have not broken them already. They should be broken as it is, but maybe not all of them are broken. Use the whip. Alright, cut them down. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of Shogun 2's animations in the very beginning, but to be honest, I ended up loving it a lot. I mean, if it was not to be in this game, then I really wish they added in weight to every unit. And I mean just the collision factors. Like if they bump into each other, I kind of want to see that. I don't want to just see people clipping in and being weird. So I've been playing a good bit of Shogun 2, and I find it to be a very polished game, and I think they could have done a lot more with that game as far as DLC goes, and I really wish that they could have added in the Imjin War, which is where Japan would invade Korea. I mean, of course that probably would not have gone over well because Sega owns Creative Assembly, but still, that would have been really cool to see, because then you could have had Korean and Chinese troops on the battlefield, and that could have made for a really beautiful campaign. But the soundtrack, the animations, and everything in Shogun 2 is so beautiful. I love it so much. And you can tell they've added more since that point. Like, the towns in this game are a lot more complicated, and I can only picture a Shogun 2 with the detail of the towns there too, because that would be, oh, just so great. I would love that so much more. Yeah, these nobles are taking a good bit of time to beat up on, and they always do. Yeah, mods have not yet found a great balance for their battles quite yet, because, I mean, yeah, I want them to last longer, but this here doesn't make much sense, where you would watch one bodyguard. Like, would that happen in real life? Not as often as it happens in this mod. Not as often. Alright, elephants, come on. Let's do it. They're wavering now. Now they're shaking. Come on, a little bit more. Still shaking. Still killing them. They don't have a chance right now. They're just dying. Mostly they shift around and then they finally give up or something. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Alright, we finally won. Let's go ahead and quit that battle. Signs of victory for us. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay, let's go ahead and kill these people. Wow, the general's still alive. Well, was for a short time. Did I really get a heroic battle for that? What is that? Or it's just a battle symbol? It should be, because I should not get a heroic whatever for that. Okay, let's go ahead and end this turn. There's not too much more for me to do, right? Not really, no. Well, my agents, I need to move them too. Let's see, I'm going to go to move you up here. We're going to invade Iberia soon. Who are we ever? We are going to invade Iberia. So well. Wow, you actually gave me a lot of money. That was impressive. Good for you, lady. Okay, let's go ahead and... that's one fleet from me. I need another fleet. I might go and build up another fleet. You know what? I think I will. I think I will, in fact, build up another fleet, that is. Okay, who's going to lead that fleet? Is it going to be you? No. Is it you, maybe? No. Let's see. Who are you? Oh, it's Atro. Hi, man. It's Euclides. Let's say... You? Maybe. How about not? Yeah, go ahead, man. Alright, so here you are. What shall I give you, then? I shall give you... a lot of these guys over here. Maybe a few archers, even. Huh? Yeah, why not? Okay, we're gonna build up his fleet now. No ballista for that one. Let's end his turn. Maybe some ballista. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. I'll debate it. I'll have a little battle in my head going, hey, have a ballista! Or the other side will be like, hey, no! Yeah? Who are you fighting? Oh, you're friendly with Divinity. Look at this convoluted entanglement of alliances here. We're gonna have like a ancient World War I here. Unstoppable once begun. You have taken a leap of faith and found safe purchase. Solidify your gain, push further, seize more, achieve more. Talk in fragments more. More. Fragments. Needed. A new power. The whim of war. Who are we to deny it? Rome and Carthage fight their bitter war. That's funny. Across Iberia, the peninsula is rich in minerals. We would do well to take it for ourselves, and they want me to take parts of Iberia. Alright. Turdetania, Lusitania, and Hispania Ulterior. That would put me at what? Turdetania, Lusitania, Ulterior is over here, so they want me to take all of this over here. Whoa! I love how I betrayed Lusitania, now they're pushing back to Edavaci. It's kind of funny. That's kind of bad, actually. I wanted the Edavaci to be my friends later. I really wish Rome could have all of this here. I mean, they get the help anyway, but still, they would probably be better off if they had it all as a single power. Alright, I need that new fleet, man. Alright, League, piss off here. Too close to me, I don't like that. Let's say 4. Want a few of these javelin ships, I could use that. Yeah, a few of those, and then a few more of these. There we go. Can I get more than that? Doesn't look like it. Not too much more. I was hoping to get better soldiers or something new, but nope. Alright, let's see. We're doing fine over here. They're happy enough. Down here, they're okay. Over here, they're fine. Mauritania. Okay. Homestead. Quarry. Fishing port. You turned into a Lycian. Oh, hello. You're still around. I didn't know that. The Spice Masters. So spicy. You can't even handle it. I can handle it. Let's go kill them. Come on. Oh, you're in me. That's rude. I'll wait there for a moment. Okay, let's go to move my armies then for our time. Let's see. You're moving over here. You're moving up here. You're moving up. Yeah, we'll get into Iberia soon. Alright, the Gods of War. They're going to do a forced march up. Just dandy. Okay. Not space dandy, just dandy. The Red Swords are over here. They're going to wait. Alright. The Thunderbolts are also going to move up. Maybe at sea for a moment. Or just into Tingis. Then we have, let's see, 2, 3. I thought I had 4 armies. Really? Huh. I don't. That's a damn shame. Okay, well, I need a new army, too. I want 4. If I don't have 4, I want 4. I can build it up back home. I'll need a new area of recruitment. I could use that over here, but that's a money-making area. It's very rich. I like it. Maybe I'll use one in Iberia later. Huh. What is that over here? Is that Rome? Oh, Rome took land here. Interesting. Interesting. Who are they fighting then? Are they fighting anyone that I know? Turdetani? Nope. Lusitani? Nope. Samnites. Do they want to have a deeper friendship? Who would want to ally those perverts? Never mind. I don't want to. Alright, so now turn 2. And we can get away from this area. Right now. There's Emporian. There's the League. Gaetuli Massilia. Samnites. And then who? Turdetani, Veneti. Alright. Now, let me look at this up real quick. Yeah, we're good to go. I'm going to see all of you later, and as always, until then.